would now like to introduce Mr. Thomas Field, President of the Presidential Mission Project, or as we sometimes call him, the President of the Presidents.
Thank you, Marcos. It's a very humbling title to have here. I'm really happy to be here today, everyone, and it's a privilege to be in Coral Gables, Florida, at this Latin American and Caribbean Presidential Mission Forum, surrounded by so many esteemed friends and distinguished guests. Thank you all for coming. Originally, this was envisioned as a very small gathering of just a few people to talk about the same topics, but little by little, driven by the growing interest in the strengthening of the bonds across Latin America, the USA, and the Asia-Pacific region, it's evolved into something much greater, more significant. I'd like to reiterate what Marcos was saying and extend a special welcome to our former presidents, Vinicio Cerezo from Guatemala, and Jamil Mahuad from Ecuador, and Jorge Quiroga from Bolivia. They've been really pillars in the Latin American Presidential Mission Project that was founded 12 years ago here in Florida, actually. And actually in Atlanta we founded it, but we set up our headquarters here. But they've been rock solid from the beginning, and we're really grateful to have you here. Thank you very much. Also, as Marco said, to have the senator from Paraguay. He's also a former Minister of Industry and Commerce and a very, very good friend of the U.S., of Asia, of Taiwan. And so we're really happy that you came here to be with us. And as Marcos mentioned, Ciber Benitez, who's a dear friend. He's also a core member of the Institute Patria Soñada, which also sponsors the presidential mission in Paraguay. And we're really grateful to have you here today also. Thank you. I also want to express a heartfelt thank you to some of the other people I see here, all friends, but Alexander Telfor, he's a Haitian leader who's working to build a grassroots network of moral and innovative leaders throughout Haiti to try to turn around that terrible situation that we all know about. But he's a relentless fighter. He's here. Where is he? Over here. Thank you for coming. Yeah. If Haiti has hope to somehow turn things around, he's a key person for that. And I'm really, really happy you could be here. Also, I want to thank our partners, the Global Peace Foundation, the Esquipulas Foundation, and Fundeco, both of Guatemala. As I mentioned, the Institute Patria Soñada and the Chaco Vivo project of the Ateneo company in Paraguay, which you'll hear about more in the second session. Also, C3 Solutions, another organization that's working with us very closely out of Washington, D.C., and the World Affairs Council, which is led by Aaron Rolson here. We're really grateful that you came and look forward to working with you more in the future. If you haven't noticed, the two main countries represented here today, besides the USA, are Paraguay and Guatemala. These countries share many commonalities, two of which are central to today's forum. First, they are the only Spanish-speaking countries in Latin America that actually recognize and have ties with the Republic of China, Taiwan. So we're going to be discussing that in the first panel. And the other country that is not Spanish-speaking, but is Belize. But Paraguay and Guatemala are the two key allies to Taiwan in Latin America. And second, these two countries, their leadership in sustainable initiatives, such as RED Plus projects and other projects for the climate and ecological protection of the environment, exemplifies our forum's theme, prospects for greater economic and cultural engagements, Latin America, USA, Asia-Pacific region. And they will be in the second session talking about the really exciting projects in Paraguay, in Guatemala, and the potential for all Latin America and for connections with the USA and the Asia-Pacific region. Last year, I traveled to Taipei with several of you who are here to discuss these same topics with the top Taiwanese leaders, including Taiwan's new U.S. envoy in Washington, Alexander Lui. Having today Director General Charles Chow of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office with us is also a very great honor, and together with part of his team. So thank you very much, Charles. As we explored opportunities in our two sessions for collaboration, I hope all of you will meet new friends and make valuable connections that can extend beyond the forum, and that we can follow up with you afterwards. So I hope you've registered when you came in so we know who's here and we can follow up with you later on. Now it's my honor to introduce a very distinguished leader and a dear friend of mine, the former President Vinicio Cerezo of Guatemala. He was the principal architect of the Esquipulas Accords 1 and 2 that brought peace to Central America in the late 1980s, early 1990s. He's a tireless fighter for integration, especially Central America. He founded the Esquipulas Foundation for the integration of Central America, which he's been leading for many years, doing tremendous work in Guatemala with his assistant, Olinda Salguera, who will be moderating one of our sessions here today. And he was also from 2017 to 2021, I think. He was the Secretary General of the Integration System of Central America, known as SICA. So he's been a real tremendous fighter for peace, a respected elder statesman. And just last year, he was honored by the Global Peace Foundation with their Lifetime Achievement Award at the convention that we had in Manila, Philippines. So please welcome everyone to the stage, President Vinicio Cerezo.